Hello guys! The Euro 2020 playoff stages are kicking off tonight. Subscribe to the channel, give us a like and write in the comments below who will win the Wales-Denmark and Italy-Austria games. And while you're writing, we will proceed to begin our new release. Let's get going! Kylian Mbappe's younger brother Ethan signed a contract with PSG until 2024, the club's press service informs. Manchester City will try to sign Jack Grealish from Aston Villa after the Euro. The citizens are ready to shell out £100 million. Following UEFA, the Spanish Football Federation abolished the away goal rule in the National Cup. Jude Bellingham has agreed to extend the contract with Borussia Dortmund until 2026, writes Nicolas Kira. Arsenal is interested in buying Eduardo Camavinga from Rennes. The Gunners will arrange a meeting with the player and his parents. Kevin De Bruyne is the best player of Euro 2020 group stage, according to the statistical portal WhoScored. Real Madrid and Barcelona will battle for Leon Goretzka, who cannot agree to the extension of the contract with Bayern Munich, Sport1 reports. UEFA will remove beer bottles from Euro 2020 press conferences if Muslim players make such a request. I received threats and read insults against my wife and children, but I still try to give everything for the national team, said Alvaro Morata in an interview with Cadena Cope. Kieran Tierney has extended the contract with Arsenal for 5 years, according to the Londoners' official website. We are happy with Carlo Ancelotti. Pochettino? We do not speak with him, nor with Antonio Conte. El Transistor quotes Florentino Perez. Inter announced the signing of 38-year-old Crotone goalkeeper Alex Cordes. Man United will consider selling Anthony Martial and Donny van de Beek if they receive good offers. Monaco will issue a 2-year loan for Bayern goalkeeper Alexandre Nubel. Tottenham is eyeing Jules Koundé. The defender from Sevilla is highly regarded in the Spurs camp, Fabrizio Romano says. Cristiano Ronaldo won the Serie A top scorer title, but we won the championship. It was particularly important to win that title, and that was my goal, Ansa reports. Flamengo midfielder Gerson will come to Marseille for a medical examination early next week and will sign a 5-year contract. Bayern Munich is considering the return of Renato Sanchez. The management of the Munich team retained the right to buy him back for €30 million. West Ham is going to sell Andriy Yarmolenko this summer. The player also wants to leave. The Athletic reports. Italy is the favorite against Austria, but any streak comes to an end someday, David Alaba said in an interview with the UEFA official website. Barcelona arranges a transfer for Samuel Umtiti. The defender must be loaned for the French Liga 1. Bernardo Silva is open to leaving Man City. There is interest in him from Spain and Italy, ESPN notifies. Manuel Locatelli wants to become a Juventus player. He is waiting for the Turins to come to an agreement with Sassuolo. Real Madrid hopes to sell Dani Ceballos for €30 million, according to Marca. Sergio Romero has entered the negotiations with Everton. Now, it's time for us to dive into the main news of the release. British broadcaster BBC has published the dream team of the group stage of the European Championship 2020 based on the ratings given by its viewers, listeners and readers. At the net, we have Kasper Schmeichel from the national team of Denmark, Leonardo Spinazzola from Italy, Simon Kjaer from Denmark, and Özcan Alioski from North Macedonia are in charge of defense. In the middle line there are the Pole Mateusz Klich, the Belgian Kevin De Bruyne, the Dutchman Jorginho Wijnaldum, as well as the Italian Manuel Locatelli. In the attacking line, a trio is formed from Ciro Immobile, Romelu Lukaku and Alexander Isak representing Italy, Belgium and Sweden respectively. Guys, do you agree with the choice of the British audience? Share your opinions in the comments. Manchester United has never been so close to buying Jadon Sancho, journalist Fabrizio Romano tweeted. According to him, after a new round of negotiations, the official proposal of the Red Devils almost coincides with the demands of Borussia Dortmund. Let us remind you that we are talking about the huge amount of €95 million. The clubs haven't yet agreed on Jadon's transfer, but negotiations have reached their final stage, and the remaining details on the structure of payments and bonuses are being discussed. After that, the parties will shake hands and Romano will finally say his famous "Here we go." Sergio Ramos prefers to continue his career at PSG, reports the French portal Foot Mercato. The ex-Real Madrid defender is already actively discussing the terms of a personal contract with the Parisians in order to make his move as a free agent. According to the source, the Spaniard has already talked on the phone with the sporting director of the Red Blues, Leonardo, and also corresponded with several players, in particular with Keylor Navas and Neymar. An equally important role in this deal is played by the head coach of PSG, Mauricio Pochettino, who demands from the management to sign Ramos and pushes Sergio himself to move to Paris. Moreover, Porto is also interested in the services of the player. The Portuguese side will try to poach Ramos on the advice of Iker Casillas. But it is not yet known how far the Dragons are ready to go in the fight against PSG. Meanwhile, Marca has found out that Real is not considering any other forwards in the transfer market other than Kylian Mbappe or Erling Haaland. The source is convinced that Madrid are ready to be active in this transfer window just for the sake of signing a Frenchman or a Norwegian. Against the backdrop of economic problems caused by the pandemic, the Merengues can spend 120 to 130 million euros, but no more. This amount will not be enough to take Haaland away from Borussia Dortmund, but as for Mbappe's invitation, it fits just right, since Kylian's contract with PSG, as we know, expires next summer and the Parisians have no high ground to dictate terms to Florentino Perez. By the way, the president of Real Madrid has long known that Mbappe decided to leave Paris for Madrid, but the Frenchman's decision will not be announced publicly until he completes his performance for his national team at the current Euro campaign. Besides, Paris has a strong friendship with PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi. The Galacticos' approach will be as respectful as possible. After the Euro, Florentino will turn to his Qatari mate with an offer and ask him to calmly accept Kylian's departure and let him go to Real instead of bringing the matter to refusals and subsequent conflicts. It is not yet known whether Al-Khelaifi will let him go, but it is clear that the Royal Club is getting closer to the long-awaited boost. Alarming news for Barcelona. Rock 1 radio station and the Marca newspaper report that after the extension of the contract with Lionel Messi, the Blaugranas payroll will have to be cut by as much as 200 million euros. At the moment, 110% of the total income of the Catalan club is spent on payments to the players, and according to the rules of financial fair play, the figure should not be higher than 70%. In order to sort things out in the budget, Barça must sell players with a high salary or persuade them to make significant reductions. In addition, the Blaugranas may have problems with La Liga, which set a salary cap for each competitor last year. After this innovation, the limit for Barça was 382.7 million euros. Although, even if last summer the club was able to keep the matter in check by selling Arturo Vidal and Luis Suarez, now the situation has become more complicated, as 4 newcomers have arrived at the Camp Nou: Sergio Aguero, Eric Garcia, Emerson, and Memphis Depay. 3 of them were signed in a status of free agents, but from this, the cost of salaries obviously did not decrease, but only increased. Sources point out that a big sale is simply inevitable in Barcelona. It is likely that players such as Antoine Griezmann, Philippe Coutinho, Ousmane Dembélé, Samuel Umtiti, and many other performers with high payments will fall under the terms of the Great Reconstruction. Yes, that is the price of keeping Messi. President Joan Laporta will still have to work hard after the contract update with the team's legend and captain. Well, for the final note, we've saved this screenshot, which was presumably leaked to the network from the video about the extension of the contract with Messi, which hasn't yet been released by Barcelona. This artwork depicts Lionel in the club's new home uniform and has an inscription above it that stands for love and symbolizes the love story between the Argentinian and Barça. Seems that the craziest transfer saga has finally come to its end. Friends, watch the recommended videos section and continue to follow the news of the football world with us. It was Football News. Have a nice one and see you in a bit.